I'm just here from the garden. Go back to a new Crest Team Racing Not Your Fuel Pizza Thursday. And if you need last one, go and check it out. And in this edition, we are going to be doing. Where is he? There he is. Hunter. Okay. Yes. Tomorrow, Inside Out 2 releases. Who is going to be watching Inside Out 2 on its release day? I highly... Wait. Forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, again, who's going to be watching it when it first releases tomorrow? And how do y'all like my anxiety Funko Pop? I mean, that's my emotion. That's my main emotion. For real. That is my favorite character. Even though I haven't seen the movie yet. I can already guarantee you it's my anxiety is going to be my favorite character. And also, today, the 1.21 trial or Tricky Trials update came out. And also, today, the Steam ports of the Kingdom Hearts series released on Steam. You know, on the Steam Deck. The Kingdom Hearts series has fully, officially been released on the Steam Deck. So if y'all own a Steam Deck, y'all can now get the Kingdom Hearts series on the Steam Deck. And again, the good thing about the Steam Deck with the Kingdom Hearts series is that it's no cloud version, so you can actually play it offline. And as y'all would have saw today, we have completed Kingdom Hearts 1, the raid doing of Kingdom Hearts 1 on the Pizza Thursday series. And I have already started making what the next game is after the first Kingdom Hearts game of the raid doing. And let me tell you, it's not a Kingdom Hearts game that the next game that we do on the Pizza Thursday series is. As of the next one after the first game. Y'all will just have to wait until the next week to find out. But I've already made all the parts for those on the Pizza Thursday series. I've already made all the parts for it. But after the game that I kind of don't want to say as of right now, because I kind of want to leave it as a surprise. But after that game, that again, I finished doing the recordings on those editions for the Pizza Thursday series. We are going to be doing. What I am planning is Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll be doing a redoing of Kingdom Hearts 3. That is the plan. I may go to Dream Drop Distance first before Kingdom Hearts 3. But as of right now, the plan is the third Kingdom Hearts. Again, that is the current plan right now. Again, it will likely change, or it could likely change. So just to let y'all know, it could likely change. I mean, we are going to get to those eventually, either way, but when it comes to which one we'll be doing next and the one afters is not official. Because again, they're likely to change. I'm likely to change my mind. I've already been making the episodes for the next season of the 1203 Barrett TV, season 26. I've already been making doing the recordings of the episodes on there for the next season. Because the upcoming episode of season 25 will be the last episode of the season before we get to season 26. And I'm hoping to have it out tomorrow. There's a reason. Well, I haven't made the next episode, or the last episode of this season, season 25. I haven't made it just yet because I haven't saw the movie yet. But for when I do, I mean, y'all could probably already tell what a good idea of what it's most likely going to be. Right, of me planning on releasing it tomorrow. Y'all can probably guarantee what it's probably going to be. But again, we'll see. See how it goes on my part. On my side. Once again, I was planning on getting this edition out, this edition out before the Kingdom Hearts 1 edition that came, obviously, has already premiered, as y'all would have already watched. This was going to be a bit earlier, or come out before, but I totally forgot. It's fine though. It's still being made today. Of course, a warp orb. Really? A second warp orb? They're just... I swear, if I see a third warp orb, if there's going to be a third warp orb, I can just say that they are just spamming. I could just say. Like these right here. And of course, this Sunday is Father's Day. This Sunday will be Father's Day. Crazy to think that Father's Day is almost here. It's hard to believe enough that how fast Mother's Day went. y'all may have seen that today's episode was on the 1203 Barrett TV. I released my rewatching of Castaway. That's one of my favorite movies starring Tom Hanks, though. That's one of my favorite movies starring Tom Hanks. Besides Toy Story, obviously. Right, besides Toy Story, Castaway is definitely up there with my favorites. And of course, Forrest Gump, that he is in. That Tom Hanks's Forrest Gump. And again, whenever I'm just gonna tell you though. I'm just gonna tell you, for my life, whenever I just say, growing up, becoming older and older, whenever I say a volleyball, and you know what's probably gonna come to mind immediately, whenever I say, if I end up coming across a volleyball in a store, or say a volleyball in general, you know it's probably gonna remind me of? Wilson. I guarantee you. It's gonna make you think of Wilson. Who knows where Wilson could have ended up, though? He may have ended up deflating. Who knows? He could have ended up on another island. Who knows? I always wondered when watching Castaway of where Wilson ended up. Especially since that's one of the most saddest scenes, too, of the movie. Tom Hanks trying to rescue Wilson, but Wilson's just drifting off. And Tom Hanks just telling him that he's sorry. And just screaming for Wilson. I mean, you would think that, again, it's just a volleyball, but really, Wilson was not just a volleyball, right? Wilson really wasn't just a volleyball. Really, Wilson was the only, person that Tom Hanks talked to while he was on the islands for the many years he was stranded, right? So Wilson was more than just a volleyball. He was what Tom Hanks had conversations with. Since obviously he was the only person, actual human, on that island. Besides the whole, one of the pilots, or one of the guys in the plane that died, that he buried. But of course, he wasn't on the island, though. He just, his dead body just drifted on where the island is. And something I just find funny, though, is how can you have a funeral of somebody, obviously that wasn't dead, that you believed that was dead, but to have a coffin as well. Like, I love how confused Tom Hanks was when they said that they had when they thought that he was, because everybody thought that he was dead when he was on the island, because there was no communication or anything. So obviously you can't really blame everybody that believed he was dead from the crash. But saying that they had a funeral, they had a coffin, which obviously they didn't have his body, so he wondered what they put in the coffin, which was just different things. And I also mentioned that I've heard, again, I wouldn't I wouldn't say that it's, you know, 100%, but I heard different people say that there was an alternate ending to Castaway. Some people say, I've seen, I don't know when, but I saw that apparently they saw that there was supposed to be where Tom Hanks would have ended up going back to the islands after, the only person that he loved had to move on from him because everybody thought he was dead, so they had to convince her that he was gone, even though he wasn't. But that's what, again, I can't be 100%, of course, because again, it's just from what I've seen and heard. But I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some kind of alternate ending to what we did get, which just had him just on the different roads, wondering where to go next, where he will go next, and he just stares while the screen just fades, or the screen just fades while the movie ends. I can go ahead and tell y'all that tomorrow on my Amazing World of Gumball reviews, one of them, or 2 episodes, one of the video reviews, though, of the 4, which I am glad that, I think it's a pretty good idea that I started doing those when it came to Gumball, reviewing 4 episodes in 1 review. At least when it comes to Gumball, I can say. But 2 episodes that we are almost to has to be one of my all-time favorite episodes of season 2, and the series by far. Y'all probably know which ones I'm talking about. One of them both of them are absolutely hilarious. But again, y'all just have to wait and see. But y'all can probably guarantee, or probably can already guess what ones it will be. Right, y'all can probably already know what episodes it is. Again, I kind of don't want to say because obviously y'all will find out tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow when it does release, when I do release those. But I guarantee y'all probably know. I mean, obviously the 2 episodes that I'm referring to are gonna be in one video, or their own, or reviewing 2 episodes instead of 4. But both of those episodes that I mentioned that I absolutely love are in the one video that y'all will see. I think it's the 29th episode and the 30th episode. It is. It's probably giving too much away, but I almost ran outran that warp orb. Again, I feel like I've done Hunter on the Pizza Thursday series, but there are some characters that obviously I have done that obviously some of the additions I removed for personal reasons and having to redo the actual characters. Okay, that was a fail. A mega fail. That was a mega fail. Okay, can we make the shortcut? Good. I have released a trailer. I did make a trailer and release a trailer for season 26. But it's going to be a special season that y'all would have saw. And also, y'all may have saw the post that I made on the community tab, the community post, but Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, of what it seems, or what it looks, has an official date of when it's coming to Amazon Prime and Demand. Who knows about who knows about DVD releases? Doesn't say about the DVD releases yet, but yeah, it's coming on Amazon Prime Video and Demand on June 26th, I think it said. So yeah, June 26th, y'all can watch Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 on Amazon Prime and Demand. I'm assuming there probably is a release date for DVD and Blu-ray. You know, DVD or digital DVD and them as well, I think. I mean, it's been since March, right? It's been since March since the movie released in released a limited time in theaters. It's been since March since the movie released in theaters for the, limited time days that it had in theaters. So it wouldn't be a surprise that it, of course, now that we're in June, it would be close to getting an actual full-on DVD, you know, Blu-ray, and streaming release of the movie. I mean, the first one is on Amazon Prime Video, and also it's on Peacock. That's where I rewatched the first one. I rewatched the first one on Amazon Prime Video. I mean, not Amazon Prime Video. That's where I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I meant to say Peacock. That's where I rewatched the first Blood and Honey on Peacock. I rewatched it on Peacock when I made that episode where I talked about how I rewatched it. Yeah, the first one is still pretty bad, I can say. The first one is still pretty bad. Most definitely. I mean, especially when it comes to the budget. It's definitely still awful. I can say. Definitely definitely one of the worst movies of 2023. For sure. The first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was definitely one of the worst ones to release in 2023. Yeah, I have seen that there were people that have watched Inside Out 2 early, and, you know, have already have watched the movie. And, again, I'm not seeing the reviews, obviously, because I just want to, of course, I want to avoid spoilers. And plus, I just don't want to see anybody's reviews, because, of course, there's going to be most likely a lot of negative reviews. Again, I can't, I say most likely because, again, I don't know what people say about the movie that have already seen it, you know, saw it early. I just know without a doubt that I'm going to enjoy it. Just from the trailers and the commercials, I can just guarantee you that I'm going to enjoy Inside Out 2. I mean, I enjoyed the first one, so of course I'm going to enjoy the second one. Especially with the new emotions. Like ennui, my favorite, anxiety. You know, like I mentioned, anxiety going to be my favorite character. And of course we have nostalgia, and we have envy and embarrassment. And when I do make my review of the movie, when I watch it, of course it will be spoiler free, of course. Normally, sometimes, it just depends though. Whenever it comes to reviews and stuff, like when it comes to new releases, right? When it comes to new releases, sometimes they'll be spoiler free, and sometimes they won't. But when I do my Inside Out 2 review, when I watch the movie, it will be no spoilers. I will make sure not to do no spoilers, because, again, I would want y'all to know what I think, and still avoid saying any spoilers for y'all. Like I said, I don't do the whole no spoilers kind of reviews often, right? Not often, but most of the time. Most of the time I do it. Not all the time, but most of the time. I do spoiler-free or, you know, spoilers kind of reviews. It just depends, though, how I feel to go at it. And also, y'all may have noticed that we have recently gotten some teaser, or a teaser, for the new Looney Tunes movie that is coming out, with Porky and Daffy, the day the Earth blew up, which, again, was cancelled, but now saved. The movie got saved, and it is actually releasing. It doesn't have a release date yet, but it is coming out. And y'all may have seen the teasers online, which, it looks promising. I'm really hoping it goes well. I'm really hoping this movie goes well, considering that it was planned, or since it was cancelled to begin with, but now is being brought back. So I am hoping that this movie does well. I mean, I don't see it, like, absolutely blowing up or anything. Right? I don't see it absolutely blowing up the box office or anything, but I still do believe it could make some decent money in the box office. At least that's what I am hoping for it. And y'all may have noticed also that we are getting a Paddington 3, which I have never saw the second one. But it is good to know that they still are making Paddington movies. When did when did Paddington 2 come out? I feel like it wasn't that long ago. Let me look. Again, I feel like it wasn't that long ago when Paddington 2 came out. 2017. Okay. Yeah, it was since 2017 when the second Paddington came out. So, Paddington 3 coming out in November 8th of this year. Yeah. So yet another movie coming out this year, and another movie coming in November, along with Moana 2. Yeah, Moana 2 is also coming out in November. I think the 27th? I think it's coming out the 27th of November? But yeah, it is also coming out in November. So Paddington 3 and Moana 2 are coming out both in November. Still don't know when God's Not Dead 5's coming out. From what I've seen, it is still planned to release this year. It is planned to release this year on Peerflix. Thankfully, I do have Peerflix, though. At least I still should. Okay, yeah, that was my fault there. By not... My head was itching and I couldn't just let it itch. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, okay, that TNT saved me. I could have saw that coming. Really, I did not mean to press restart. I did not mean to press restart again. There you go. I pressed restart and then I pressed restart again when I was meaning to exit. And for the people that do watch Inside Out 2 tomorrow, I will like to know what y'all do, what y'all's opinions are on the movie. Of course, it would be spoiler free, obviously, but like a rating or something. What would y'all give it? I can guarantee you, I can just see this movie being amazing, though. I mean, that's what Pixar is making it out to be. For real. Probably going to be one of the most iconic, bestest Pixar sequels. And really, probably sequels in not just Pixar and Disney, but in any movie. I may have just hit 2 people at once with that bowling bomb. What is up with these clocks, though, and this edition? What is up with it? Like, no matter what, I just keep getting hit left, right, and center in trophy clocks. Like, what in the world? For real. Throughout this whole edition right here, we have been hit so many times by in trophy clocks. It's just crazy. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I've been having some Cocoa Puffs for breakfast again. I haven't been eating Cocoa Puffs in quite some time. That's definitely one of my favorite cereal, Cocoa Puffs. And of course I like Captain Crunch. Well, the regular Captain Crunch. I don't really like the berries or the other kinds of Captain Crunch. I don't really like the other Captain Crunch. I only like the original, the plain Captain Crunch. I also like Cookie Crisp. I also like Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks. And also, I've apparently seen people have watched and reviewed Cinderella's Curse, which I didn't even know that was out. Personally. I mean, probably in different states, right? Probably releasing different times in different states. But, yeah, I have seen several people, do reviews of Cinderella's Curse. Some people give it a good rating, though. For being a acceptable an acceptable movie when it comes to the horror franchise of the childhood characters. From what I have seen, it's only on one streaming service, too, which of course is not free or you have to pay for the movie though, but it is pretty good. It is pretty good to hear that people are giving it, at least the people that I've seen, are giving it positive reviews on it, though. That is always good to know. People giving it positive. But yeah, I'm guessing it is released in several... It's already released, right? I've been so confused when it comes to keeping up with release date, and I kind of completely forgotten, really mostly about Cinderella's Curse releasing anyway, so I haven't really been keeping up with Cinderella and her slashing adventure. I mean, she's not part of the Poonaverse, though. Cinderella isn't part of the Poonaverse anyway, which a lot of people are kind of confused and wondering, is she part of the, the Poonaverse? The 2025 Poonaverse. No, she's not. She isn't part of the Poonaverse. Yeah, she isn't part of the Poonaverse. I know I see a lot of people kind of confused and wondering if she is part of the Poonaverse universe, but she's not. Cinderella is not part of the Poonaverse universe. At least that's what I'm aware of. Obviously, from the poster and the description of the 2025 Poonaverse movie that will be coming out, it doesn't describe Cinderella. So, obviously, I can just, again, go out and say that, yeah, of course, Cinderella isn't part of the Poonaverse franchise, or universe. With Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Pinocchio, Unstrung, Peter Pan, Neverland, Nightmare, Bambi, The Reckoning. And plus, it's not made by the same company, either. Cinderella's Curse wasn't made by the same company. It was made by a complete different company. So that's why it's not part of the Pooniverse universe. Along with Steamboat Willie, it's not going to be part of the universe either. Speaking of Steamboat Willie and its horror franchise, or movies, recently there were word saying that the guy who played the main one on, the Grinch, who played the Grinch on the main one, 2022, the main one, will be playing Steamboat Willie in one of the upcoming Steamboat Willie horror movies. At least from what I saw. And also, like I mentioned before, from what I have saw when it comes to Cinderella's Curse, you can only watch it on Fandango at home, however you pronounce it. You probably know what streaming site I'm talking about. But that's clearly the only way you can watch Cinderella's Curse right now. And of course it's for pretty much $5. Still not bad for a movie, but still. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think about this edition. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have on notifications turned on so you miss anything new. And again, will y'all be going to see Inside Out 2 when it releases tomorrow? Let me know in the comments down below. And catch you on the next one.